real, keeping it real. Uh-huh. It's through the eyes of ReW, keeping it real, keeping it real. ReW and who? What's that you say? Keeping it real, keeping it real. What's that you say? Keeping it real, keeping it you.
Hello, hello, hello. It's Wednesday, so it is ReW and who day. You've told me that, Bobby LaMoNde.
I told you that?
You said it's Wednesday. Don't you do this every Wednesday?
Yeah, I feel bad because I feel like maybe you went out of your way to do this for me. But you did,
how
so
can I not go out of my way for you?
it's
You are
twice
like,
now. Drove all the way to Pittsburgh to play for
yeah.
a mediocre show, which I thought would be a lot better.
It was a fun weekend, though. I had a great
Okay.
time. And the fact that you even saw me play in Pittsburgh changed pretty much my life.
I know. But then you
So,
have another guy coming for
Yeah,
you.
yeah. So, I owe it to you. I do. And I think you're like just one of my favorite people on this planet.
Thank you. I've
So-
been rooting for you as well.
Yeah.
When am I going to get up to go do ReW?
Yeah, look at this.
Well, last time we were here, I was watching the video, and I kept looking at my head saying, I didn't know my car was going to get towed the next day. That's what happened last July when we were here. We moved it for street cleaning, thinking we were doing the right thing, and I didn't know you needed to be a mile from a hot fire hydrant to not get towed.
Oh.
I was about 8 feet. Was that about 8 feet?
So what happened? Like, how did you get it out
we
of
went
that?
down to the pound,
Pound.
and every
Did you have to pay like $300?
yeah, every sitcom nightmare. From
Yeah.
All in the Family to Seinfeld,
Yeah.
about New York DMV came
It's
to
true.
fruition.
It is. It's all true. Well, today is National Jelly Bean Day, so you want a jelly bean?
I
to
do
cheer
want a
yourself
jelly
up
bean.
for that?
Remember, it was Cheesecake Day last
Oh,
time.
yum,
Yum,
yum.
yum.
Wow, that was a good one. Well, jelly beans, I'm ODing
No, I like
on
these
them.
real
I
sugar
like them
ones.
too.
My mother used
And
to
then we
buy
also have little animals, if people would prefer animals to jelly beans. That
sweet tarts.
yes, exactly. So it is April 22nd. It's Earth Day.
Yay.
So let's please, with these little animals, make the world a better place. I'm tired of all this terrible news. I want to hear a day where the news is only good things. And
It's
maybe
bad.
let's make
Yeah.
it good, please. Let's make the world a better place. The Earth a better place.
The water was what, 6 degrees warmer. It's killing all the something or other.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Another lovely tidbit of life. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
It's also Linda Lou. I want to wish you only well wishes. Our friend Linda has been through the mill this past couple weeks with that cancer called breast cancer. And we love you, and we want to see you soon. And Regalindo, we want you to feel better too. Another one that's been having hospital issues. So, but besides the Earth getting better, let all of our ReW and who family be well as well. Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes. So, National Jelly Bean Day, we just said. What else happened on this April 22nd? See if you'll see anything that's interesting to
Well,
you.
you know what? I did some research.
Oh, really?
I noticed
Very smart.
online it was Peter Frampton's birthday.
It is Peter Frampton's
But
birthday.
I don't mean to jump ahead of you.
Yeah, we're not.
But I also it's Glenn Campbell's birthday. I don't know if
Yes.
you came on there.
I don't.
And
You
there's
know, my
one insignificant guy from the Mike and Mechanics' birthday.
Ah.
I got a great Facebook friend that is just psycho about everything from the Cramps to Skinner.
Every
So
day.
he
He
had
does
this,
it?
yeah, Death Day, birthday.
I only do
I'll
it on
keep up with this guy.
Wednesdays,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it's good to keep on top of these things.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, last week Joey Ramone was the angel in the room, and we didn't even say it because we always celebrate him because of his birthday. We moved here,
Yeah,
and
you always,
he's a permanent angel.
it's hard to keep track of these things.
So anyway, on this day, April 22nd, charged. I thought this was pretty freaking crazy. Charged with bribing public officials in Argentina between 2005 and 2009. Clothing retailer Ralph Lauren agrees to pay $1.6 million to resolve U.S. regulatory and criminal claims. Just Can you believe
I
that?
just couldn't believe the year on it.
Can you believe that?
I thought this was going to be so.
Ralph Lauren, it happened like 2 years ago that he paid 1.6 for bribing officials. Like, Ralph Lauren, you don't have enough money. Look what happens. You bribe them and you get screwed. See?
Argentina's come along with it.
Oh my God, don't cry for me, Ralph Lauren. Right? Exactly. I'm sure he loves Argentina. Yeah. Ice skater Tanya Harding sues ex-husband Jeff Galooey for $42,000, $42,500 on this day. She sued him. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't sue her.
He should have been able to get some money because, you know, to galooly somebody for a long time became a term.
Galooly? Don't galooly me?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, really? I
You're on a
didn't know that.
Seinfeld, yeah.
Oh my
They
gosh.
call me galooly.
Oh, that's
hilarious.
hilarious. That's so funny. In Denmark, the largest lollipop ever was on this day, weighing 3,011 pounds. Wow. Can you imagine? Where is that lollipop?
Lollipop. And hamburgers and stuff are usually more impressive, but I guess the lollipop would be
Denmark. Candid camera creator Alan Funt suffers a stroke on this day at 78. You know, when I was a little girl, I was on Candid camera.
Really? Were you?
And no one knew, but my grandmother saw it. And she called my mother and started yelling at her, like, "Why didn't you tell me she was on Candid camera?" Because I was like 5, and I didn't know.
Till this day, some of that looks more authentic than some of the reality
Oh,
shows
that
out
was real. That was totally real. They came to my day camp, and they didn't.
God.
And then you didn't even have to tell anyone, I guess, because we were. I remember it too. I totally remember it, but I didn't know what it was, and it was him. It was this guy. It was Alan Funt.
Alan Funt, yeah.
We were like 5 years old at day camp, sitting on a bench, and they were going down the line, like asking us questions. And all I remember is all we would say was like, "Ask her, ask her, ask her." Like,
yeah, they knew you were the one, yeah.
Yeah, like, "Do you believe in God? Ask her." Yeah, I know. They asked us all these questions.
Just edited a bunch of that.
And but my grandmother saw it. She saw it and called my mother. And then my mother called the camp, and then that's how we found out that it was really true. Tennis star Bjorn Borg got divorced on this day to Laura Donna Burt. The only reason I have anything towards Bjorn Borg is like my first romance. Everyone thought he looked just like Bjorn Borg, and everyone would call him that. So I always like followed things.
I remember
on Bjorn Borg.
it was Bjorn and his kids, of course.
Yeah. What?
Well, we didn't know, but that's how you pronounce it. Bjorn.
Oh, Bjorn. Yeah, but I knew that. Johnny Carson. Woo! Without Johnny Carson, this would never be. Announces he will retire next year from The Tonight Show in 1991.
He actually kept his promise.
He did.
Unlike everybody else.
Yeah, he left. He was out of there, exactly. Barbara Walters, this is so interesting. On this day, in 1976, she became the first female nightly network news anchor. Good for you, Barbara Wawa. But the weird thing is that Barbara Walters, on the same date in 1974, 2 years earlier, she became the news co-anchor of the Today Show. I can't believe she was only on the Today Show for 2 years.
You'd have to work your way up a lot more now. Well, maybe not. I don't know.
No, it just seems like she was on the Today Show forever. Like, she was only on it for 2 years, or maybe just as the main anchor, unless she was on it not as the main anchor, and then she went to nighttime. So, you know, she picked the same day. It's so bizarre. Apollo astronauts John Young and Charles Duke ride on the moon on this day, if you believe that. Do you believe people went to the moon?
Yeah. Because OJ was in the Capricorn one. Yeah, that's like
OJ?
Yeah, remember the movie Capricorn 1
Yes.
where it was about staging
when he was still
so
a nice
I
man.
believe that maybe that was a scam until, then you realize OJ was in the movie and the thing that we really did go to the moon.
The first Earth Day ever was held on this day in 1970.
In 70.
Yeah, and it was held internationally to conserve national resources.
It's only 45 years old.
Yeah, Earth Day's 45 years old today.
They all took their own cars so they wouldn't be late for the Earth Day.
Oh, so they really used a lot of energy, right? Yeah. First human eye transplant was performed on this day. The World's Fair in Flushing Meadow, Corona Park, New York. saw it. That was like
in
one of my
Disney when I
favorite
was a
days.
kid.
That was not. It came from the World's Fair, and then it went to Disney. I think. I don't know unless Disney gave it to them.
I would imagine, but it was in the 70s as a kid when it was at Disney.
Yeah, see, I think it started. I remember it was at the World's Fair.
Okay.
Yeah, that was like one of my favorite days of my whole life. I know. I loved. I remember that World's Fair. New York Yankees don pinstripes and hat in the ring logo for the first time on this day in 1915.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How far back were we?
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's where I'm from, the Bronx. Babe Ruth's first professional game as a pitcher is a 6-hit, 6-0 win. Go Babe Ruth. Look,
As a pitcher, wow.
I heard he drank a lot of beer when he played ball. Is that true?
It's a lot of beer.
I'm just like her
That's
hearing
why
that
they
now.
put in the record books.
Beer and French fries.
Babe Ruth, why did that candy bar not have beer in it? It should be like beer.
Oh, we only had to play against other fat white guys, that's why numbers are inflated.
Oh no. President Washington attends opening at Ricketts, the first circus ever in the U.S. on this day in 1793. Edward Bishop, I don't know who he is, but he was jailed for proposing flogging as a cure for witchcraft.
That's why he was.
And he went to jail.
He was the original Bishop Beater, I would imagine. And
Yeah.
that's the reason he was
Isn't
flogged.
that wild? What is flogging? Do you know?
I think it's whipping. I got it mixed up with fluffing. So, okay.
Oh my God. And Henry VIII was ascended to the throne of England on this day. Ay, 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 did they only know what they were in for. 1509. Divorced, beheaded, and died. Divorced, beheaded, survived. That's the one thing I will never forget about living in England.
In those days.
No! He turned into King Henry VIII on this day. And birthdays. Yes, Cheryl Lee, we know her, Twin Peaks. Peter Frampton, like you
Yes.
said.
Oh, yeah.
I did meet him once, Peter Frampton.
He had his hair?
It was TRiCkY, I think, was the club. He was in the VIP room once.
Okay, he's still out there.
I know.
See
He's
one
bald
of the
now,
night special
though.
interviews?
Yeah, and he doesn't have his long curly hair anymore. But John Waters' birthday is today.
Oh,
I
wow,
want to
okay.
work with John Waters so much. I do. I love him.
I think he might be open to it.
I wrote to him recently. I've heard that the only way to write to him is to send it to this bookstore in Baltimore, and he comes there periodically to get his mail. I did send him something in the mail, but I haven't heard yet.
I've heard too much from him.
Happy birthday, John Waters! Peter Goldstein, the joint founder of Superdrug. Now, what is that? That is just such a weird way of saying. Is Superdrug a drugstore? Is Superdrug marijuana because he's the joint founder? I think that was so funny.
There's the pun in there.
I thought that was just really funny. Jack Nicholson's birthday. He was from New Jersey.
Oh, really? Okay.
Good old Jack. He got it. Jack's from Jersey. Aaron Spelling's birthday is today. Charlie's Angels. The world would not be this big without Aaron Spelling. Look at Tori. I mean, she's just like something.
We wouldn't have Love Boat. We wouldn't have Heart to Heart.
So, oh my God. And it just goes on and on and on
Right?
and on and on and on and on and on and
I
on.
love the
Aaron
early
Spelling.
80s,
I know. I always heard, though, that Tori Spelling, when she's a little kid, her bedroom, her closet was like in the cleaners. She'd push a button and the clothes would go around. And that's like
Lucky
the one
bitch.
thing that I will never forget.
Lucky
that
bitch.
was her closet.
Seriously.
Her closet was just like a
You
cleaner
see
store.
pictures of her as a little kid. Her head was the same until she got the plastic
Oh,
surgery.
She's got some situation. Charlotte Ray's birthday. She was Edna on The Facts of Life. The woman in charge.
Yeah.
Edna.
Okay.
Betty Page's birthday is today.
Yay.
She was born in Tennessee.
Mhm.
Eddie Albert from Green Acres.
I just watched The Great Columbo last night.
He was on it?
He was on it. Yeah, he
Well-
was the murderer, of course. He was the decorated.
Well, today is his birthday.
Okay, well, that's awesome.
Eddie Albert. He was born on Rock Island, Illinois. Wow. Wherever that is. Angels, people who have passed away on this day. Felice Bryant, the songwriter of Wake Up Little Susie.
No, really?
Yeah.
I
Mwah, thanks for
was
being
getting up to
alive.
the Everlys.
Irma Bombex, the humorist, the grass is always greener, passed away on this day. She's the one with every saying you ever heard of is probably from her. She's brilliant.
Okay.
Richard Nixon. I know. All I remember is from Watergate is no recollection. No recollection. I had a broken freaking leg during Watergate. We didn't have cable. There was only like so few channels, and there was nothing to watch except Watergate. I was a little kid, and I was so bummed out, and all I would hear them say is, no recollection.
Well, the presidential
No recollection.
debate with Kennedy, all they had to do was put a little bit of makeup on Kennedy, see a little glam rock goes along. Not that he wasn't a better looking guy, but you know, he declined the makeup. I learned that in my presidential class.
Oh, wow. Well, rest in
He
peace,
looked
Richard
terrible.
Nixon. Billy Wayne White, the murderer, was executed in Texas at 34
You
years
should,
old.
yeah, you're the murderer person.
Yeah, you know, I'm sorry, Billy, but we do recognize you. And
Texas.
Will Gear, Grandpa from the Waltons, passed away on this day. Good night, Grandpa. Yeah, and that's enough of this. You want to push a button?
Okay, I did one last time. Let's see.
You ready to meet some people?
I'm ready to meet some
All right,
people.
we want to be like that. Yes, we will. See you in a minute.
All right.
All right, now.
What's that you say? Keeping it real, keeping it real. Who and who? What's that you say?